Hi, it's Savannah, and I'm going to do my 6.3 milestone part 2. Alright, so recap from the last thing, review. My environmental issue that I chose was the amount of waste in landfills. And the problems with it. So now, I have 3 solutions to our problem of, we're using too much waste and filling landfills. So, there's 3 things. I was taught this little, and I still use this today, because that's just how I work. Reduce, reuse, recycle. What I mean by that is reduce the amount of waste that you use, waste. For example, my notebook. Alright? I'm just writing, and, I write, I'm trying to find a page that I didn't even use up everything. I write, a baby tiny mark with my flower. I'm, baby mark, and I'm like, oh, no, this is wrong. Tear out the piece of paper, throw it away, try again, mess it up again. No. 1. Just because you made a little scribble, it's fine. Calm down. Reduce, you don't need 20 sheets of paper for, reduce your font size on your how much you write. If you reduce the font size on it, use less paper. Use the front, hold on. Use the front and the back of each paper. What else can you reduce? Make things more... Play Tetris with everything. Compact everything into smaller areas. Use less of whatever you have to. You don't need a plastic bag for each chicken breast in your freezer. Take a piece of plastic wrap, okay? Just a small one, just enough to cover it. Wrap it, put it in a bag, and then you can take it out and still have your individual servings, but you're not having so much... There's so much less plastic by wrapping it versus plastic bag for you, plastic bag for you. Reduce. What are some positive or negative things for that one? Well, I mean, a positive is you're reducing the amount of waste you use, so that's less in the landfills, less of it. Why would some people oppose to this? Some people feel the need to use a plastic baggie for every chicken breast. Some people feel the need to write one word on a piece of paper and toss it away. I understand everyone's not going to agree with me all the time. We're human, and no one's perfect. Not even my friend Ryan. It just doesn't happen. Sorry, Ryan. So, of course, they're going to argue with me and oh, well, that's just, you're still using plastic, you're still wasting things for the chicken example I gave. But it's less, is the thing. What incentives do individual businesses... Let me go and lock the door really fast. Okay, sorry about that. Alright. Business and government. What incentives do they have? to reduce, Lordy, sorry. I'm so running on 2 hours of sleep here. What is my incentive, or businesses and the government's incentive would be like, for reducing? I honestly don't know. It makes their business look good, I guess. You're helping the environment. What are the extremities, both positive and negative, about each possible solution? Pretty sure I just answered that. Yeah, I already answered all the questions. So that's solution number 1, reduce. Solution number 2, reuse. Shadow, come here. Just kidding. I'm trying to find an example. What was that? Reuse? Let's go back to the paper example, okay? There's a piece of paper. Alright, I did only write 2 lines on this, but it's going to be a poem one day. I just have to find it. I put, the title of the poem here, but say I never do it, and then I'm like, oh, I need a piece of paper. I can reuse this sheet of paper instead of using this sheet of paper, like scrap paper, reuse it. It works. What else can I reuse? You can reuse things such as, like, a good example, it's the, like, when you finish a toilet paper or paper towel roll, how you have that, like, circular cylinder thing in there. You can cut, like, one side of it, so it opens up, like, if you cut one side, it opens up like this, kind of. And you can put it around, goodness, I can't think of the name. You can put it around, wrapping paper, like the rolls, and it will help keep it from, like, getting all wrinkled and gross. Another thing you can reuse, like, say your pen runs out of ink, right? If you untwist your pen and get the little spring mechanism and put it on your cords. I don't have any cords right now, but if you put it on, like, a cell phone charger cord, it can help from it getting all twisted and bent up like mine is, which I don't know where it is. But, what's another thing, like, which also goes into my other solution, recycle. Sorry, I'm fighting animals. I'm just going to go ahead and explain recycle first, and then do the other questions. Recycle, like, we have trash pickup, and on Wednesdays comes recycling, and it's quite delightful, actually. We started recycling everything we can, like, we empty out milk jugs, or not sorry. I can't think. Oh, but we started recycling all our milk jugs and our cardboard boxes and, things like that. And, like, every week our recycling bin is filled to the top by the time we take it out. And what happens is, like, they go through and I think they melt down the plastic again and reuse that for something else. Or, like, they take old newspapers and they'll make pencils out of it, which actually they're really cool pencils and they're super soft and you don't get blisters like right here. What else? Oh, that was it. So for reusing, positive things would be, again, like this whole thing. recycling, yeah, it kind of seems like there's more waste, but since it's being reused, there's actually less waste. There's less plastic being made. Instead, it's being remade. And so you're reducing the amount of waste that goes into the landfill from recycling. Reusing, again, using those little roll things, that takes up a lot of space. So yeah, not a lot of space, but they add up. So it's helping. I know, like, juice companies, they reduce the size of their packaging, actually. Backtracking a little bit, because they used to have the little, like, cartons of orange juice when I was in kindergarten to 2nd grade, but when I got into 3rd grade, they changed to the little pouches that, like, everyone chews on and drinks, and that reduces the amount of cardboard in landfills, and the plastic is much smaller, but it's the same amount of juice. And I think they can recycle that plastic, like, melt it down and do whatever. I'm not exactly sure how it goes. Trying to give an example of something in my room that is, great example, actually, is right behind me. I don't have enough things to decorate my walls, so what I did was I took all my old birthday cards, and I took a piece of string, and I clipped them to the string with paper clips, and they're colored and all fancy and cute. But I have them on this wall, and then I also have them on that wall. And I also, instead of tossing out all my college, like, the things for college, because they're all bombarding me because they know it's my senior year, I'm making a college collage. Oops, hold on, I made you go away so I can't see. Over there is my college collage. Instead of tossing that, I'm using them to decorate. Incentives that companies have is, I know people who prefer to go to Kohl's over something else. Like, they'll go to Kohl's because they're eco-friendly. Like, people will go to more eco-friendly places just because they're eco-friendly, because just some people are like that. If I had the gas and the time, I would go to different places, but I don't. What incentive does the government have? Something politicians can use to make themselves look good. The positive of recycling is getting rid of that extra waste. A negative would be if you don't have trash pickup, it costs a little more. And actually, if you recycle your aluminum cans, if you, like, save them and put them in a plastic bag, like, my Nana, every, like, 6 months to a year, she'll go and take all the cans from, like, all our parties and stuff that she saved. Like, you rinse them out nice and good, and then you crush them and compact them, and then you go take them to a place, and they'll give you money for them. Quick way to make a fast dollar. Not really, but kind of. It depends how much soda you drink. Like, I wouldn't get any because I don't drink soda. But I do drink the Arizona iced tea, so I could get a little more. That's it. Oh, why would some people oppose these? That's it. Oppose to recycling because they don't want to take the time to sort, and they would oppose to reusing because some people just think that's gross. Some people are very materialistic. It has to be, like, perfectly perfect, but you can just reuse anything. But that's it. So that was 6.3. One more, and then I have DBA and done almost.